it so hard to let you go? You is it so hard to let you go?
To get on your feet, stand up, stand up. Come on, get loose with the heat. Right now. Think about it till you black out. So get the fuck up. So cover and duck, you're out of luck, we don't give up. Yeah, we're going up, next floor is us, you're riding with us. Get up, we want you to
I am crooked, you're clean cut. I'm wide-eyed, your eyes are shut. If I'm knocked out, I'll go the distance. Pound for pound, we're a perfect match. Pulling punches, toe to toe, we're always on the road. Worse or better, we can't stop, we can't stop. 'Cause together we're better off, and we can. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I lost my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me. I saw no shadow, I looked around, searched every building and home that I found. I saw no shadow, but felt the glow. The warmth inside me, it kept me afloat. It felt like heaven had found my bones and gave me comfort when I feel alone. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me. My best friend to 23. I heard the heavens crying above me. The gained an angel, I lost a friend. I felt like dying again and again. I went through hell, stared at death, but I keep fighting with each living breath. I saw no way out from where I stood. Felt like the fire had burned me through. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder.
Hello and welcome everybody to the Streamline Minor League Tournament. I am here, Lolo Pond, or as many of you guys call me Pond, and today's match is going to be against Team Peaked versus Virus Esports. Very excited match going on this morning. I have gone through, I've looked at some of the VOD reviews, and honestly, I think we're going to be getting, quite an interesting match. To talk a little bit about Virus Esports themselves. They play on attack. They play a very traditional attack. We got Enigma and Xylius that are the hard supports. We saw them last time playing the Thermite and Thatcher, and really did make an impact for their team. That's one of the things that we got to see a lot of. Xylius and Enigma getting very crucial picks. Enigma playing that Fragmite role, which a lot of us know from watching the old Penta G2 days with Goga. Very excited to see that. It's the same way I play. I'll play Thermite, but definitely come up big with some picks. And then they had Exlily playing that entry fragger role, and he was able to get on 3 of the attacking rounds the opening pick, no opening deaths, and it was very definitely an impressive thing to see from Virus Esports. To talk a little bit about Team Peak's attack, their attack was it was definitely a very different style. One of the things that Peaked did very well with is they almost played a. I don't want to say they were all a frag heavy team, but having Lego and YF on the entry fraggers was definitely a very good choice for them. And it looks like we're already going into the map ban phase. So um, it looks like we are going to be playing on Clubhouse today with Peaked on defense and Virus Esports on attack. My apologies. Can't talk a little bit more about these teams when we move on to the start of the match and into the actual operator ban phase. I'll talk a little bit more about some of the things I've seen and kind of as the game goes on. As a reminder for some of the viewers out there, I will be solo casting this game, so there might be some points I might not be talking as much, just letting the rounds develop as they go. All of our players are in the lobby, so we should be starting soon. Definitely should be a good match today. Team Peaked was a very aggressive team. On attack, they always had a plan in mind, and it was something we saw from Virus and something we saw from Peaked is where they'd have a strategy in mind. They'd get the map control they wanted, and they were always able to execute on it. The only time we really saw Virus lose on attack was when Virus wasn't able to get that map control, and they played last time on Cafe. And when they weren't able to get the map control that they had wanted, they really did kind of fall apart as an attack. So I'm wondering if Peaked was able to look at that VOD, understand how Virus had attacked, and be able to adjust their defense based on it. But it looks like Peaked is going to be on attack first, and I believe Peaks 6-0'd Team Triple Take when they played on attack. It looks like we are going to be going to a quick rehost. We will be right back. Just a little bit of technical difficulties. Uh, Again, we'll be back in 1 minute. So sorry about that. Going to be seeing Virus on attack and Peaked on defense.
What happened?
All right, welcome back, everybody. In the downtime, we were just quickly switching the attackers and defenders. Just had that a little bit of a mix-up, and in the meantime, I actually picked up a secondary caster. So James, you'll be casting with me today. What are your expectations coming to this match?
I expect to see a very back-to-back match. Hopefully we'll see an overtime as well, as both these teams have shown a very strong attack and defense. Over the past few playoffs that we've had. It's not a lot, but we have seen that these teams are, really serious about what they're doing. And yeah, I expect to see a very even match now that we've moved on to the round of 16. And the first ban we'll see is Montaigne coming from Peaked. A not very surprising ban. It's really common here on Clubhouse. We'll probably be seeing a Thatcher ban as well. That I believe we've been seeing a Thatcher ban every time we've played here on Clubhouse, if I'm not wrong.
I was
Oh.
just gonna say I don't think we're going to be seeing a Thatcher ban. I was gonna say we're gonna see a Maverick ban because Xylius went off on the Thatcher last time, and it seems that that's kind of a crucial part of Virus Esports. That's a crucial part of Virus Esports attack plan. Taking the Maverick off the board is a pretty interesting pick. I mean, it allows for them to hold that. It allows for the defenders to hold that CCTV wall a little bit better. And our second pick coming in is going to be the Valkyrie, which is very interesting because we didn't get to see a lot of Peaked on defense, but we did get to see them bring the Valkyrie quite often. And the last defender coming out, I'm either going to say is going to be the Kaid or is going to be a Echo ban. Wouldn't be surprised if it's the Echo coming out.
And right on. That will be the Echo band by Pete.
Yeah, so it looks like both teams are really trying to eliminate the amount of intel they can gain on defense. I believe it was Peaked that had banned the Valkyrie, if I'm not wrong, which is kind of a curious pick because if you had watched the VODs from oh man, what am I thinking about? If you're watching the VODs from Virus Esports, they weren't really playing a strong run out or defender intel heavy role. They really played traditional anchors. We got to see some, I believe it was actually I'm thinking of a different game on Cafe. We got to see a lot of smoke play. We got to see a lot of Kaid play, castle play. I'm actually surprised there wasn't a castle ban coming out. That would have been kind of more of a targeted ban towards Virus Esports because they played very well in the castle and very well on the Kaid. Xylius playing the Kaid and Enigma playing the castle. So we are going to see a CCTV cash room defense beginning, and it looks like we're going to be going for more of a traditional setup. The castle is going to take away that window that the my bad. Wow, I'm stumbling over my words a lot this morning. It looks like the castle is going to be castling off garage and castling off the server window, which is a very, very smart choice. And these are actually some really good. That's a really good bulletproof cam setup. And it looks like they might be going for more of a passive hold of garage. It looks like they will be playing one player in rafters. I'm not seeing a whole lot of roaming coming in from the team. I mean, they do have the Jaeger and they do have that Bandit, but Bandit's the only 3-speed op they have right now. So it looks like they might be going for more of an anchor defense. It looks like the attackers, as they're coming in, they're going to be trying to take the peek on the first garage door, and that's a very common take we see, especially when the attackers are trying to get control of rafters, because it eliminates the rotate from that CC or from that CC window into rafters.
Right, and you were mentioning a rather passive defense here by the defense side. And yeah, we don't see a lot of roamers right now. So that's gonna be an advantage towards the attackers. We're gonna see Castle here by Jim. I believe he's the only roamer.
Yeah, it looks like we're seeing Castle playing a little bit off-site. I think Jaeger might be playing below, if I'm not mistaken. But Castle's going to be playing off-site with the worst gun in the game. I mean, that'll be very interesting to see. It looks like they have the... Yes, YF on the Jaeger is going to be playing in lounge, which is a very good and strong position, especially if they push in that top blue stairs window. Looks like they were able to get the castle, and I believe Rhino is going to be looking at trying to get an execute. No, it looks like Hayes X might be. He's pondering that run out right now.
And we're gonna see that CC wall is gonna be opened up. It's gonna be very quick as you have your Thatcher. Normally we see a lot
Yeah.
of teams struggle opening that CC wall because Thatcher is almost banned, and you have your Maverick trying to open it up, but you know, smoke. That'll be the first kill coming from Zofia onto Hasp, your castle, who is roaming. So now essentially the attackers have full map control as much as they want.
Yeah, they really just have to clear out that. They really have to clear out the defender playing down in lounge, and then they've got all of the attackers playing.
It seems that Jaeger's already came back to site now.
Oh, so all they
there.
have to do is open up the construction wall, and I don't even think they really need to go for Raptors control at that point. They'd be able to set up those cross angles on the defense, and if they're able to get their picks, they can really win this out in trades.
And they're gonna try to go for Nitro, but it's gonna be unsuccessful with that. Taken out by the IQ played by Rhino.
It looks like he's quickly.
10 seconds left.
Maester's gonna get a kill, and another one followed up by Jaeger.
5 seconds left.
Will be traded off. There might.
User has been dropped.
Maestro will be able to deny the plant, but Hibana just on time to refrag the Maestro.
Yeah, it looks like Hibana there really did close out the town. I don't believe we saw Jimbo in the last game. I believe that was a different player, maybe D4 FT. I'm not seeing on my notes at all that Virus had brought player Jimbo in the last game. I could be absolutely. Yeah, they had brought Nav. Maybe it's Nav's alt account. But yeah, Jimbo came up big for his team right there. And Enigma definitely playing well in that support role, getting a pick, getting the diffuser down. And I gotta feel bad for Lego there because he was trying to pre-fire a lot of those angles. He heard the diffuse going down. He just didn't know where. And if he had pre-fired into the soft wall, I believe he would have gotten the thermite before the diffuser went down, and that would have been a round for the defenders. But a very good round. It looks like seeing Virus Esports on attack now because of the way Peaked is currently defending. The Peaked is trying to delay the team as much as possible, force Virus Esports to use as much utility as they can, and we saw that really in action there because they weren't able to get their execute down until the last 10 seconds of the round, and at that point, I mean, Rhino was able to come in and get a pick, Exley was able to get that first pick, but Jimbo was able to really finish out the round for his team, and I really think that round could have gone 50-50.
Yeah, definitely. Because
5 seconds left before
they had to make the last push in the, I think, around 15-second mark, and
attackers' objective is to locate a
if
bomb.
Jimbo did not turn in time to see that Maestro, then it would have been the round for Peak.
Yeah, and my apologies to some of the viewers. My stream's a little bit laggy right now, so I'm not able to see a lot of the. I'm not able to see a lot of the play-by-play as it pops up. But it looks like we are going to be going back to a very similar. It looks like we're going to be going back to a very similar defensive hold. It looks like they are going to be getting that construction wall. They're going to be getting the wall in garage, and they are going to be putting up the same castle barricades. X Lily is able to take out all those castle barricades very easily with her utility. And Hayes X is playing a little bit. He's playing down in lounge right now. I'm not quite sure where YF is playing as the Jaeger, but they are going to be having one roamer downstairs, and I believe another roamer potentially over on master bedroom side.
That's going to be the last Thatcher EMP. They will be able to get the CC wall opened, so that's not going to be a problem.
Yeah, they are going to be able to get the C.
Attack here.
No, it looks
CC
like they're
trying to
being
find
a little bit more cautious with the way they're pushing. Definitely not as aggressive as we see from a push from Team Peaked on attack, but it looks like they are trying to be as cautious as possible. They're holding the angles and they're waiting for the drones and the intel to come out and to give them an idea of where they can push, where that free, as I call it, free real estate is, um, and they're making sure that Peak doesn't take out any of them on flanks, and they understand, I believe, that they have somebody roaming downstairs in lounge.
Council will get 2 to Sophia and Habana. As they don't see him in the corner, I don't think he was thrown out at all. And he would
Yeah,
get
and
a
it looks
third
yeah, and it
onto
looks like
Thatcher.
Hayes X is really coming up big for his team right now, playing with the worst gun in the game with the UMP-45, and now they
Flash
just
is
have a
going.
player playing outside of CC.
And would we get 1 and a second?
Drop the bomb diffuser.
Actually, she's got 1, but he downed the mute. That won't be a problem, as the bandit will get the last kill onto the IQ.
Curious choice there from the attackers. They were able to get the CC wall open, but they committed so much below in lounge. And Hayes X, I mean, I have to give that round up to Hayes X. Getting the pick onto X Lily, getting the pick onto, I believe it was Jimbo, and also getting the pick, was it Jimbo? No, it wasn't Rhino. He was able to get the pick onto Xylius, Jimbo, and X Lily, and those are 3 big attackers to get off the board. I don't know a lot about Jimbo, but X Lily and Xylius were the 2 top frags from Virus Esports last game, and with doing that all with the UMP-45, he won gunfights that he probably should not have won. I mean, he was going up against one of the best ARs in the game with Zofia, and the attackers had the call out on him that they said the attackers had the intel, knowing where he was, knowing he was playing in lounge behind that corner, and he was still able to peek on them, get the wide swing, and get those kills. So very, very well done by Hayes X there.
I guess you just really need to work on your droning them.
I don't know if
go into bedroom and gym. You were saying?
I don't know if droning was the issue, because they did drone him out. They knew where he was. But as soon as they got that, I mean, Zofia still had her stuns, but she never stunned him. She just decided to go for the heads-up gunfight and gave herself no advantage, and he was able to get the headshot off on her and then pick off the guy pushing him behind. So I think that Virus had called to have the trade come in, but weren't able to get it in time. But right now we are going to be moving on to a master bedroom hold. This is a very, very traditional hold where you'd extend your hold out into cash room. We see a lot of teams do this. Bringing that Maestro is a very strong pick, and Lego on the Maestro has been getting a lot of picks for his team. I mean, we saw Lego make a huge impact in Peak's game against Team Triple Take, but seeing him now, even playing with that Alda, he wasn't able to win that first round, but I genuinely think he should have won that round. Like, I think that round should have gone to them if he was just able to get that pre-fire off. But right now it looks like we are going to be having Hayes X playing on site. My stream is frozen a little bit, so I'm not able to see a lot. But
They will be getting
it looks
no one there to deny them. And the first kill is going to get onto Rhino playing as the IQ from Lego. Jackal will be getting a scan onto Maestro, but nothing he can do about it. Might be seeing another wall being open here. Actually, let me charge on the same wall. Just give them more line of sight. He sees the head, unable to capitalize on that. I believe that is Smoke, who will be going back into logistics, but actually you won't be able to catch him on the rotate. No, that was the castle, sorry.
Exley has bedroom hallway control. If they're able, they should be able to make a push for Jim right now. I mean, I know they have a defender playing in construction and they need to get that CC control. But, oh, as I say that, they make the run into Jim, but they didn't get the CC control they needed. So the defenders were really at the advantage right there. Xlily being the last attacker alive, and he is quickly taken out by YF.
Unable to reload in time. You can see that he was just reloading as the Jaeger caught him out.
Actually, Xantus playing on the Jaeger that round. I don't think we saw Xantus play on the Jaeger at all. It was really YF that played that hard. It's it was really Jaeger playing that. So my apologies, was YF playing that Jaeger role. So very big round there, especially from again Lego. He got that early pick onto the IQ, which really did that early pick on the IQ really opened up a lot for the attackers because then they weren't able to get the CC control that they had wanted, and they weren't able to get the construction control they wanted because Exley was able to get the bedroom hallway control very easily, especially with those castles. And if they were able to get the cross angle coming from construction and coming from Jim, I think the round would have gone the other way. It looks like we are going to be going into a rehost due to a headgear difficulty, so we will be coming right back.
inside. Oh, a holy crime. But how can I hide you without an alibi? It's a lover's fight without an alibi. You took my innocence. I can't wait no longer. I'm playing with the monsters. Everything that brought me alive. Going around like monsters, playing with the monsters. They brought me alive, but got no alibi.
Hello and welcome back, everybody. So sorry about that. It was just another skin issue. We are going to be playing out the round again. By traditional Pro League rules, whenever a rehost is called at the end of round due to a skin issue, we will be replaying that round. Some leagues will play where you'd forfeit the round, but we're playing on the traditional rules where we'll play out the round because there is it's one of those issues that, I mean, for me personally, it's like I don't understand a whole ton of, because some skins will give you an advantage, like the Twitch Elite or the absolutely revered Ember Eyes. But we will be playing out the round again. It will be same operators, same site. And yeah, we'll be seeing this gym bedroom defense again. Now the defenders played very well that time, especially with Lego getting that early pick onto Rhino. And it looks like Rhino has adjusted his name to Rhino Lolo, which is, as my name being Lolo Pond, it's I'm appreciating all those extra lows. But what do you think the attackers? What do you think the attackers got to do differently this time around in order to kind of capitalize off of this?
I think what happened earlier where the attacker had the early advantage. It just came down to the really sloppy push that they made, where Mozzie, currently played by YF, was able to get a quick kill, and then another one followed up by, I believe, Lego, if I'm not wrong. And that essentially just stopped your push, and X Lily was playing in between sites and he had to rotate, and he did manage to get a kill onto YF, but he was the last man standing and he was out of bullets, so he was just reloading, and you know, Has was able to take him out.
Yeah, YF and Lego really able to stop that push into Gym. And I think that the big key to that was the fact that the attackers didn't have that construction control. And if you want to be able to push into Gym, you need to be able to push all the defenders into either bathroom or logistics. You do not want any of the defenders having that free roam in construction or that free roam behind the bed, because that'll give them a very, very clear angle into Gym. And that will make that plant and that push almost impossible, especially when leaving that wall soft.
Right, and as just talking about Rome, we're gonna see Has here playing just by bar. I don't think the tankers know that he's down there, and if he does rotate up, he'll get some free kills. Most likely.
Yeah, looks like he is going to be rotating up the stairs right now. I don't know if if any of the attackers are in a position where he can capitalize off of any of that.
First kill will come from X Liddy onto Lego. I believe he was playing in CC. There's your Maestro gone, but you can still use the Eagle Eyes for information. Hibana, they're dropping from Logistics Hatch, will be taken out by YF on the Mozzie. And we'll be down to a 4v4, and as I say that, Mozzie gets taken out by Ryder.
It looks like we're seeing a lot of quick picks coming in right now, with YF and Lego off the board and Hazy coming off the board. Very good round by X Lily right now, taking off two very impactful players. And as I'm saying that, everything is coming down, and Xylius is able to take out the smoke, and that is round over. Very, very different played out round this time around. Very well done by the attack.
Right, and yeah, as you mentioned, they needed more control by construction, and they did manage to get Lego, who was playing by CC, I believe.
Yeah, it looks like Lego was getting a little bit aggressive. He was trying to get a little bit of out. He was trying to get an outside peek, and that is a concerning choice for the Maestro to do, because Maestro understandably has the Aldo, which I personally believe is the best defender gun, and he also has those turrets. So if you lose your Maestro early, you're A, not going to have the LMG on defense in order to slow down the push, um and B, you're not allowed to like, you don't have any of his cams, and his cams can be used for drone denial. They can be used to stop
Defenders
intel. They
protect
can
your
be
bombs
used
from
to
being
stop
defused.
utility, and losing the ability to have those to have that utility. I think that is really, really big. Um, a really big loss for the attackers. My apologies for stuttering a little bit here. I'm keeping up right now with what's going on in the chat. Very, very interesting coming in from X Lily and Virus Esports. I don't know if you have any feelings about that.
Just a little bit of concerns regarding skins.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and just as a reminder, the only skins that are allowed are the stage. I believe it's stage two, and stage 3 Pro League skins.
Also, stage 1 as well.
And stage 1. So the Pro League skins are allowed to be played. So the rogue skin is permitted based on league rules. So interesting choice there by X Lily, but we are going to be moving on to to move on from that whole issue. We're going to be moving on to the Church Arsenal defense, and interesting choice coming in here from the defense. They're going to be playing Haze X up on Haze X, playing that first floor roam. I think he's going to be trying to catch the the attackers as they try and get Moto Hatch. And they aren't going to have a very strong dirt presence by the defense. Looks like YF is going to lose quite a bit of health peeking. Peeking
Well,
out,
down
I believe.
Xylius. I don't think he knows that, as this is Pro League settings. He will not get the notification for the injured. I don't think the kitchen hatch was reinforced, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, the kitchen hatch was not reinforced, and an interesting choice again by the defense. But they are going to be having. I don't believe the attackers know that Haze X is going to be roaming upstairs. He is going to be waiting to take out anybody that is trying to go for that Moto Hatch. And the drone saw him in the corner, but I don't know if he
I
understood his
don't.
position when he first saw him.
And you have to think this has to be some kind of play coming from Hosaks here, as he is the vigil, and he can hear the drone, moving around, but he decided not to use his ability. Manages to get the Zofia, and then the IQ. Not sure how that happened.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Those are two very, very crucial picks from the defenders. Now they lost their Hibana, and it's going to be all on. Thermite to get that hatch. But Haze X is still
He will get a
upstairs.
third onto Enigma. Finally be refragged by Xylius there. But the damage has already been done. Zofia will get one onto Lego. It will be a 2-3 in favor of Pete.
Yeah, Pete seems to right now have that. They seem to right now have that health advantage as well. And yeah, YF on the Jaeger are sitting at 1 HP, but they have a very strong hold right now. They were able to get Kitchen Hatch, they were able to get Moto Hatch, but it's now going to be down to the last 10 seconds. They need to get those picks, and the Zofia is going to be taken off the board. It's going to be all left on Xylius, and Xylius is going to be taken off very quickly, and that is going to be match 1 by the defense.
Bit of a ban wave there, if you manage to see that.
always lovely to see those scum being taken out of the game. I think hackers have absolutely. I
Every
I
time
do
you
I
see
do
a
not feel
bandwave
bad.
come in, you just feel a bit of, you know, a bit nervous that you might be the one who gets banned. And I remember there's someone CS:GO match a long time ago where it was Pro League, and one of the players just got banned mid-match. he got he
And
got VAC banned while and they were playing in Pro League.
that actually happened during a ranked match to a pro player. That happened to, I believe it was Doki. He got
Defenders
banned for
protect the
toxic
bomb
behavior in the middle of a
diffuser by
stream in the middle of a
Jack.
match.
Oh no, this was a CS:GO match where I believe it's the Valve any cheat that automatically banned him. I don't remember who the player was, but it was a while ago. We'll be seeing a second floor master bedroom and gym hold. Similar operator lineup as before.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be going for a very similar hold. They are going to be bringing the smoke. I don't know if they brought the mute before, or if they had brought the smoke, but yeah, very similar hold. They are going to
To
be.
locate a bomb and defuse it.
Oh no, yes, the only thing that they're changing out is they're not going to be having YF on the. They're not going to be having
Must
YF on the Mozzie. They're going to be bringing YF on the Jaeger, and Xantis is going to be playing the Bandit instead of the Jaeger this time around.
maybe
And it looked
Lego's feeling a bit strong right now. Maybe he might go for another spawn peek.
Yeah, not agreeing a whole ton with the spawn peak, says the maestro, but if he believes in himself, man, I let the man go for it.
Who needs an
Um,
ACOG?
oh man, all the ACOG was really something to see. That was a very curious choice by Ubisoft to have. Also, another curious choice is that it looks like they opted to not castle off the looks like they opted off not to castle off the construction wall, but a quick pick coming from Hayes X onto X Lily. So that's your entry fragger off the board. He's only going to take
A bomb
he's
has been
only
located.
he's only going to take a little bit of health, but he's playing a very aggressive angle in gym right now. It looks like he is going to be contesting anybody going for the gym window. And it looks like we aren't going to be having any attackers attempting to peek that CC window, which I believe is
I
smart. And
believe
Xylius
that
is
she just
down.
fell down. Just walked off the building like that. Rhino will get a kill onto the castle. Just a quick refrag. Thatcher falling
Yeah,
off the
Xylius.
roof. Just losing a lot of HP. That could have been used in the gunfight. But unfortunate there. But it happens to the best of us.
Yeah, and Xylius is kind of a headshot machine, so I don't know how much HP he'll need in those gunfights. But it looks like they're going to be trying to contest this Jaeger in cash room, and the attackers are really trying to set up their execute. They got balcony wall, and I believe they're trying to get that. They're trying to get that construction. That construction control in order to push off their execute, but looks like they're not going to be playing anybody near balcony. As I say that, Xylius is able to take off the smoke, which is the breach not, but YF is able to quickly trade off Xylius.
Now they'll be attempting to push the Jaeger, and they will be successful as they push him from two different angles.
15 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it looks like YF got very aggressive on that peak. It's going to be all left on Lego with his Alda, and that Alda can go burr, and we know that Lego is a very talented player. Is he going to notice the player that is planting? It is going to be a one-on-one. They have to be able to come in, and he's able to get the hip-fire headshot off, and that is going to be a clutch one by Lego. 3v1. Defenders win that round. Awesome execute there by Lego on the Alda.
Yeah, I was a bit confused seeing the Hibana just walk over to the bedroom entrance because you saw the IQ get taken out by Lego. So you should have the information knowing that Lego is playing inside the bathroom. But no such attempts was made to, you know, have someone watch over bathroom.
Yeah, and I think
And
they had the
Lego just sitting
information.
in there was able to get the kill on the Thermite who was planting.
And it's interesting because I think they had I don't think they had the intel that he was playing in bathroom. I think they had the intel he was playing in bedroom hallway. So you saw the Hibana rotate around to bedroom hallway, and Thermite, you saw the position he was planning in. He wasn't planning behind bed, but I believe he was planning behind the bomb. And that position is safe from Jim. And I think that they had thought that the Maestro had rotated over to Jim, but he hadn't. He had rotated into bathroom, and at that point, uh, Thermite was left exposed to the peak from bathroom. And I mean, again, that Alda, that is an 81 round mag, and that machine gun, you just hold down left click, hold down your mouse and go burr, and you'll get picks. It's almost a guarantee. And I think he was able to execute that off very well. And curious choice by the Hibana, but she was playing off the intel she had. Maestro clutched that situation near perfectly. All right, we are back. We were just looking at we were having a little bit of stream difficulties with the connection. Those should be getting resolved shortly. We are going to be going back to a CC cache defense. This is going to be the last round on the or this is going to be the last round before halftime, where Virus will switch over onto the defense. And Peaked is coming up big. It's been 3-2, a very even game as we had said coming in. I don't know if there's going to be one clear winner. Both teams are playing to each other's weaknesses very well. It looks like Rhino is able to get that pick onto Hazy Peak. He was playing, I believe, a little bit off site. Yes, he was playing over in logistics. YF is playing in gym. I don't know if the IQ is aware of his position. He might be able to get a late flank in there and get a pick.
Almost
position
managed
is-
to take off his head there.
His position is going to be given away by him peeking the gym window, but he is going to rotate over into construction, which he will be protected a little bit by that castle barricade. Currently, we have a man advantage from the attack, but Rhino is on fairly low health right now, and we have Jaeger playing a construction, preventing that construction push. Looks like the attack is not contesting. They aren't contesting catwalk and garage very heavily, which does give the attackers quite a bit of an advantage as the round goes on. As I say that, Lego is taken out on the catwalk, and I think this is what the attackers need. They need to be able to bait out some of those smokes, but as long as they have the players covering as they come in from catwalk, they should be able to have Enigma just run right in and plant. And that looks like that's what they're going to be doing. Enigma is going to be taken out by C4. It's going to be a 1v3 situation for YF. Can he pull off what Lego had done? It's going to be a 1v2 situation. He's able to take out another one to get the triple kill.
Jimbo
Not-
coming in from the rotate will be able to catch him right before the round ends.
Yes, and my apologies. I wasn't able to see Jimbo. I wasn't able to see Jimbo push in right there, but great take by YF there. He was able to win a lot of his heads-up gunfights, but he wasn't able to take out Jimbo there. And I got to give it up, Jimbo. That's the second time he's been able to really close it out for his team. Left in that 1v1 situation against a frag heavy op like Lego on the Maestro or YF on the Jaeger, and he was able to close it out for his team. And I mean, I got to give it up there to YF. He was able to get some of those picks that he had wanted. He was able to be very aggressive and bring it down to a 1v1 situation, but at such low health, there wasn't a whole ton that he could have done. So it looks like we are going to be switching the attackers and defenders. We are on halftime. We are going to be seeing Virus Esports on defense and
Defenders,
Team
protect
Peaked
your
on
bombs
attack.
and
And in my
defuse by
opinion,
attackers.
Virus Esports is a much stronger defensive team than they are an attacking team. And I think Team Peaked, I mean, we saw it the last time they played Clubhouse. They were absolutely phenomenal on attack. They were able to get a perfect attack rotation on Clubhouse, and the way that they play aggressively, I think that these two teams will be trying to counter each other the entire game, and it will be interesting seeing how the entire this entire half plays out. I think this will be really the decisive factor. Is Peaked going to be able to play as aggressively as they like? Are they going to be able to get the quick early picks that they like, or
5 seconds to insertion.
is Xylius going to be able to delay them? And is Xylius going to be able to get the picks that they want, be able to disrupt the map control from Peaked and disrupt the plans that they have?
YF making a quick push down all the way into Generator now. No one will be there to stop him, but he will be stepping onto the Elation Mine, most probably giving away his position. Gonna go for a quick peek, not going to find anyone just yet. But this will give away his position. Jimbo, nah, I'm running. I'll watch a tight angle. First peek coming in from Hazax onto Xylius. In tunnels.
Looks like the attackers have tunnel control and blue control right now, and that's really going to make it hard for the players playing in Arsenal, because I don't think that Peaked has the or my apologies, Virus Esports has that flank potential, so both of these players can play almost uncontested. And as I say that, Hazex Peak will just push right into sight. They're playing as aggressively as they want right now. He's able to take out Rhino. YF with another pick onto Jimbo. It's going to be a 5v2 situation. It's going to be a 5v1, all going to be left on Enigma. We saw him do a lot of damage on that. Kaid the last game. He's going to be able to bring it down to a 3v1. But the attackers quickly able to trade out Hazex Peak. And that is going to be the first round onto the attackers. Very aggressive push, and very well executed. I think a lot of that round came down to the fact that the attackers were able to get control of blue very early on with YF pushing in from garage. They weren't able to let X Lily rotate advantage, but now it's going to be a 3-4 advantage, and we've seen them come back from an advantage like this. I mean, they're able to open up construction, but they have to clear out this Rafters defender if they want to be able to make a push onto CCTV, because that Alda can do a lot of damage.
He even made the rotation hole with an impact. Right as he opened it, he was able to cap it out there. As Econom is going to get a peek onto the Rhino, bringing this down to 3v3. Gonna join him out. Gonna know exactly where he's playing. Try and get a bit aggressive here. I'm not gonna look in favor of Ash. And as they try to funnel through the CC wall, they get picked off one by one.
No, the attackers won that round. Xylius was able, I believe that was Equinom that was able to push in from red, get the 2 quick picks onto red, and they equalized that round out very quickly. He was able to get the first pick with his assault rifle, switched over quickly to the SMG. Those 2 quick picks, I mean, the defenders were all looking at the attackers siphoning in from the the CCTV wall, and they were all pushing in from the CCTV wall, but they completely forgot that Equinom was playing behind. He was able to get all the players playing on red stairs. That was a very that was a very crucial mistake done by the defenders. They weren't watching multiple angles. They had two defenders watching the same angle. And that was to their detriment, and that was the attack taking that round that I really believe that the defenders should have taken.
And it will be going to match point for Pete.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
So now Virus is going to go down to basement. We're bringing a Wamai this time, along with the Doc.
Yeah, curious switch up here from the defense. I'm wondering if they're going to be having a little bit of shield play with that Wamai, trying to prevent that push in from blue. And they're really going to have to slow down the attack here. The attack is able to get that control, that very quick control of dirt and that very quick control of blue. There isn't much the defenders are going to be able to do in order to slow them down, unless they're going to be able to get those picks off. But YF, we've seen, has been a very solid gunner, and if he's able to get those picks off, he's able to get that blue control, there isn't going to be much that the defender's going to do, and this is going to be a quick round for the attack. And Hayes X is just going to rush right in with the Amaru. We were able to see this same push from Hayes X in their last game against Team Triple Take. He's able to get a quick peek. He's just going to roll right into sight. He's going to be peeking right now into Church, and he is quickly shut down by Excellently. Don't know if I agree with that trade there. I mean, trading out that G8A1 for Jimbo on the castle. Very curious choice, but it looks like YF is going to be opting to go for a main stairs take right now.
Just as he looks at it the wrong way, he will be taken out by X11. That will be his second kill. We'll have to play a disconnect from Peak as Alice takes off Xanathus, leaving only Lego in a 1v4 situation. Lego just sitting here by stocks watching into the generator. Not much he can do at this point, as all four of the defenders are just on full HP.
He's going to give us a little bit of a smiley face right there. And yeah, there isn't a whole ton he can do. It looks like he is going to be trying to wait for the attackers to get a little bit, or my apologies, the defenders to get a little bit aggressive here and try and capitalize off that. But it looks like the defenders are really just going to hold their angles and give up any ground for him.
Now they're gonna know where he's playing. What's that pressuring him out of generators? Shots through the wall. Not gonna get anything.
Yeah, there isn't a whole lot Lego can do right now. He's got Exley has that angle from Church. Xylius has that angle from behind. I believe that's AK. And as I say that, Xylius is going to take him out, and that is going to be another round won by the defenders. It is still match point for the attack. They can take this back, but if the defenders are able to stop that aggression, that I believe was the key for that round. They were able, I mean, Hayes X ran right in and was able to get a quick pick, but it wasn't a good trade. It was a trade for the G8A1 for a castle. And I don't know if I really agree with that trade. X Lily did come up big, shutting down the two aggressive players in Hayes X and YF. And at that point, there wasn't a whole ton that the attack could have done. And I know that the attack did have that disconnect, and they weren't able. The attack did have that disconnect, and they weren't able to have I believe it was the Habana, and they weren't able to have that Habana. They weren't able to get the hatch control that they wanted. So it really created it eliminated a lot of vertical pressure for the defense and prevented a lot of vertical attack from the attack. They weren't able to get those hatches. They weren't able to contest Arsenal or contest Moto from multiple angles. So it really was the attackers' round to lose. Or my apologies, the defender's trying to lose.
We'll be going back to CC here. We're not going to see a bandit being brought here this time. So the CC wall will just be fearless state, as you always say, for the attackers.
10 seconds to go.
They're not going to be having much trouble trying to open it, except for that for the mute. But there's not a whole lot of mute tricking that you can do.
Yeah, and again, that wall's going to be very easy to open up with Thatcher still on the board. I mean, not having the Maverick, you can't get some of those more little cheeky Maverick holes. But the attackers are going to be able to open up that wall fairly quickly. I'm very interested to see what control the attackers are going to go for, because they seem to be switching up their attack on CC and Cash very differently every time. They either go for a rafters CC wall push. They either go for a CC wall construction push, and a lot of their success has come from having an attacker push into logistics, having an attacker push in from gym, and then gain that horizontal play, cut off the rotates up main stairs, and then pick off the defenders one by one from construction. I think that's been their most successful play. So I'm interested to see again how they take this. And it looks like they're going to be getting Rafters control pretty early, as nobody's contesting Rafters. The YF is able to just kind of rotate up. Hayes X getting a very quick peek onto the Maestro, and I believe that they have a lot of the control they want, as long as the attack don't make many mistakes. They have full CC control right now. YF is able to go in. Hayes X getting another pick onto Jimbo. They're able to smoke off the player playing in. They're able to smoke off the player playing on red stairs, but Hayes X is able to get the triple kill, able to get the picks that he wanted, and I'm not able to see who got that last pick. It looks like it's going to be YF. And YF very quickly being able to take out the player playing on top of red stairs. Very quick round and very, very decisive win there by Team Peaked.
That was very quick. The attackers just came in from red, I believe, as well, and CC. There was really not anywhere that the defenders could go. It's, as they say, fish in a barrel.
Yes, and that was fish in a barrel. They didn't contest. They didn't contest Raptors at all that last round. They had very little players contesting construction, and with them playing that way, um, there wasn't much the defenders could have done. They were able to push in, get immediate CC control. Hayes X was getting the picks that he had wanted, and there wasn't much that the defenders could do. I mean, I genuinely think there really was no way, unless they had made some very, very lucky picks. There was no way that the attackers could have won that round. So GG's to both the teams. We will be seeing Team Peaked move on. They will be moving on to our round of 8. Reminder: our round of 8 is going to be played in a best of 3 format, and they are going to be playing the winner of Roaring Tiger and Tilt Esports. That is going to be a very good game. Roaring Tiger being a very top heavy team, they had one of their players, I believe he dropped 22 and 3 on Coastline. And Tilt Esports, again, they play that aggressive style. So we got to see a very aggressive attack versus a very passive defense, and the aggressive attack was able to come up on top. We got to see, I think, that Team Peaked going into this next week, they are going to have to work a little bit on their defense. They're going to have to figure out a little bit more on how they want to take out a traditional attack. I believe that their defense was set up for a more aggressive attack, which might bode them well against Tilt Esports, but sharpening up some of their defensive strats and not making some of those mistakes will really open up a lot more for them. But very, very commanding win on the attacks. Very excited to see how they work moving on. And James, I don't know if you want to talk about any of the matches we have coming up.
Uh, no, I think what I'm really looking forward to is the one match from Kira against Mischief that was supposed to see today, but due to some timing issues, we weren't able to see that. But that is one of the matches that I will be most looking forward to. I believe that match will be happening on Monday, August 3rd, at our usual time at 8 p.m. GMT plus 8.
And August 3rd will be my birthday, so I will be casting that match on my birthday. Very, very good birthday present to have. Kira Esports, for some of our viewers that don't know, they will be playing in the APAC Major, competing in the Southeast Asian region. Very exciting team. I really like the way that they play. But they will be playing. I would argue that they're one of our top teams, but Team Mischief, I'd argue is the second best team. I mean, they were a very, very strong set of gunners. I didn't see many holes into their attack. They played a very, very aggressive, almost exclusively 3-speed attack. And on defense, they played very fluidly. And the same with Cure Esports. Cure Esports was very aggressive on defense. They never gave map control. I mean, we got to see them play on Cafe Dostoyevsky or man. They played on Cafe and
Dostoevsky.
Dostoevsky, and they played on Cafe, and they really, really played well. I mean, on defense, they always disrupted the attack. They never let them get the control they wanted. They understood how they droned out, and it was a very, very high IQ team. So I am looking forward to moving on to that match. We will be seeing you guys soon. Thank you, everybody, for joining our stream. James, don't know if you have any closing words.
Yeah, just thank you for joining the stream today. Looking forward to see more matches coming soon. So do tune back in, probably on Monday. That'll be it from us.
We will be seeing you guys again. GG's around, and take care, everybody.
They brought me alive, but got no alibi. It's a lover's fight without an alibi. It took my innocence without an alibi. Smoking gun, you got me on the run. We know that will come. We're out up till dawn. But how can I hide you without an alibi? It's a lover's fight without an alibi. Took my innocence. I can't wait no longer. I'm playing with the monsters. Everything that brought me alive. Oh, we're all like monsters, playing with the monsters. They brought me alive, but got no alibi. It's a lover's fight without an alibi. It took my innocence without an alibi. Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in us. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it away. Tonight, we gonna let it away. Tonight, we gonna let it away. Just like the sunrise, we gonna let it away. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now.